So hello students, a warm welcome to MRS Math class. Hope you are fine and enjoying mathematics with me. So we are discussing about the linear equations with constant coefficients, right? In the previous class I have proved two theorems, that is if y1 is a solution of this type of differential equation, then cy1 is also a solution of this type of differential equation, right? This is first theorem, and in second theorem we proved that if you are taking the linear combination, that is c1y1 plus c2y2 up to cny1 cnyn, then that is also a solution of this type of differential equations. With that I explained what is linearly independent and what is linearly dependent, and I initiated the term that is general solution, right, which is nothing but the sum of particular integral and complementary function, right? So here you can see that this equation 1 is the general form of linear equations with constant coefficients, right? Here this a1, an minus 1, an, these things are the arbitrary constants, right? And this capital X is a function of x alone, okay? So from this term x, capital X, we are getting the particular integral, okay? If this term we are taking as 0, that means this capital X, if you are assuming 0, then whatever the equation we will get, let us write that one, that is dny over dxn plus a1 dn minus 1 y over dxn minus 1, right? So on to an minus 1 dy over dx, right, plus any, right, equal to 0 if we are taking, okay? Let us say this as equation number 2. That means this x we are taking here 0. So this equation number 2 is called homogeneous linear equations with constant coefficients. So I think you are clear that today I am going to discuss about this type of differential equations, right? So what will be the solution of this type of differential equation, that we are going to discuss. That means here the general solution will be only complementary function, right? Because the particular integral in this case will be 0, because since we are getting the particular integral from this term, so we are getting 0 here. So general solution will be only complementary function, okay? So let us discuss about this type of equation. So let us erase this one, and this one I am taking as 0, okay, which is equation 1, okay? Let us erase these things. This equation 1 symbolically we can write as dn, right, plus a1 dn minus 1, right, so on up to an minus 1 d plus an into y equal to 0. Let us say this as equation number 2. How I replaced? Because we know that d is nothing but d by dx. This is a differential operator, right? So this d stands for d by dx, okay? So if this equation number 2, okay, is equivalent to, okay, so let us write down, let equation 2 is equivalent to, okay? So what is our aim, what we are doing, that we should know, right? So we are trying to calculate the complementary function of this type of homogeneous linear constant coefficients, right? So if this equation 2, if we are writing as d minus m1 into d minus m2, okay, into d minus mn, okay, into y equal to 0, if this one is equivalent to this equation, let us say this as equation number 3, then any of the solutions of, okay, d minus m1 into y equal to 0, or d minus m2 into y equal to 0, or d minus mn into y equal to 0. Okay, any of the solutions of any differential equation, right, will be a solution of equation 3, right? How I wrote this? Okay. So to prove this, let us assume, okay, let us assume phi r, okay, here r is in between 1 to n, okay. So this phi r is a solution of, okay, d minus mr y equal to 0, okay. Then what we can write? D minus m1, okay, into d minus m2 up to d minus mn phi r, right? Because phi r is a solution of this, so y we can write as, we can replace as phi r, which is equal to d minus m1, okay, into d minus m r minus 1 d minus m r into d minus m r plus 1, okay, so on up to d minus mn into phi r, okay. Since this r is in between 1 to n, so we can write these terms, right, which is in between 1 and n, okay. So again this one we can write as d minus m1 into d minus m r minus 1 into this term d minus m r plus 1, okay, and this term, the last term will be, so this d minus mr, okay, into phi r, okay. So this one will be equal to 0, yes or no? Because phi r is a solution of mr minus y equal to 0, so we can write here that d minus mr into phi r equal to 0. So because of this term d minus mr into phi r, this completely, this term is going to be 0. So from here we can write the general solution for this equation d minus mr y equal to 0. Let us say this as equation number 4. So the general solution of equation 4 we can write as d minus mr into y equal to 0, right? So what is d? D is nothing but our dy by dx, so this y, so this is dy by dx equal to mr into y, okay. So if you separate the variables, then what you will get? Dy by y equal to mr dx, right? So if you do integration both the sides, what you will get? This is log y, right, minus log c will be equal to mr x, right? So this log c is constant of integration constant, right? So if we'll solve this equation, we will get y as c r, you can write, okay, and constant cr into e to the power mr x, right? So this y is equal to cr into e to the power mr x is the solution, is the general solution of this equation number 4, right? So now so we can assume that y equal to e to the power mx is a solution for equation number 2, right? Then what will be dy, that is derivative, first derivative of this function, that is m into e to the power mx, right? Similarly d square will be m square e to the power mx, right, is equal to d to the power ny will be m to the power n e to the power mx, right? So if we will replace these things in equation number 2, then what we can write? dny we can replace as m to the power n, right, plus a1 m to the power n minus 1, right? So 1 plus an into e to the power mx is equal to 0. Yes or no? Right? So since we know that e to the power mx is not equal to 0, so we can write this term as 0, right? M to the power n plus a1 m to the power n minus 1, right, plus an, right? So this one will be equal to 0, right? So this equation is the auxiliary equation, right? So let us say this equation as star, okay? So this equation star is our auxiliary equation, okay? So if we replace m as d, then we can write dn plus a1 d n minus 1, right, plus an is equal to 0, okay? So this equation star and double star, okay, will give the same value for m here and same value for d in equation here, right? So this is the auxiliary equation for equation number 2 or equation number 1, okay? So these two equations will give us the roots, that is m1 m2 up to mn, okay, the roots, okay? So now we will see if the roots are coming real and different, what will be the general solution. If roots are coming real and equal, then what will be the general solution, and in case of complex, what will be the solution, okay? So the first case if we will consider, that is when all the roots of the auxiliary equation is real and different, okay? So you can take let m1, okay, m2 up to mn be n roots, okay, n real and different roots of auxiliary equation, okay? Then you can write y equal to e to the power m1x, okay, and y equal to e to the power m2x. Similarly, y equal to e to the power mnx will be an independent solutions, right, of equation 1, right? So the general solution of equation 1 will be y equal to c1 e to the power m1x plus c2 e to the power m2x, right, plus cn e to the power mnx, right, where c1 c2 are constants, right? So you can verify this by taking one example, okay? So for you I have taken one example, right? So that is dqy by dx cube, okay, plus 6 d square y by dx square, okay, plus 11 dy by dx plus 6y equal to 0, okay? So this is a homogeneous linear equation with constant coefficients, right? So if you find the solution of this equation, then what we can write, that is d cube, right, plus 6d square plus 11d plus 6 equal to 0, right? So this is the auxiliary equation in this case. Okay, so how we can get the root of this cubic equation, right? So if you will substitute minus 1 here, then this is minus 1, this is minus 11, so this is minus 12 and this is plus 12. So we can write that minus 1 is a root of this equation, right? So we can write one factor, that is d plus 1, right? Again here we can write d square plus 5d plus 6 equal to 0, right? So if we will again factorize this one, then what we can get, that is d plus 1 into d plus 2 into d plus 3 equal to 0. So the roots are d equal to minus 1 is one root, right? Then minus 2 is another root and minus 3 is another root. So whatever the roots we got, that is real and different, right? So the solution here will be y equal to c1 e to the power minus x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x plus c3 e to the power minus 3x. So this will be the general solution for this case. Okay, it is simple, right? So now we will see the case number 2, that is when all the roots of the differential equation are repeated. Okay, so in this case we will see that the auxiliary equation having equal roots. Okay, so let us say the two roots, that is m1 is equal to m2. Okay, so in this case what will be the general solution, that is y equal to c1 plus c2 into e to the power m1x, right, plus c3 e to the power m3x up to cn e to the power mnx, right? So this will be the general solution. So c1 c2 we can write another constant, that is a e to the power m1x plus c3 e to the power m3x, right, up to cn e to the power mnx, right? So this will be the general solution, right? But according to the complementary function, right, so we know that the number of arbitrary constants present in the complementary function, that should be equal to the order of the differential equation, right? So the order of this differential equation is n, but here the number of arbitrary constants is n minus 1, right? Because c1, in place of c1 and c2 addition, we are taking only one constant, that is a, right? Instead of c1 and c2 we are taking only one constant a, right? So this cannot be the general solution for this differential equation, right? So for this we can assume d minus m1 square into y equal to 0. Consider this is the auxiliary equation. Okay, so for that means this is equal to d minus m1 into d minus m1 into y equal to 0, right? So take d minus m1 into y as v. Okay, this d minus m1 into y take as v. Okay, then what we will get, let us say this as equation 1 or 2 you can take. Okay, let us say this is equation 2. Then what will become this equation 2 from equation 2? Now what we will get, this d minus m1 into, in place of d minus m1 into y we can write as b, okay, equal to 0, correct? So this d is d by dx, right? So what we will get, this dy by dx, right, minus m1 into b equal to 0, right? So if we will do the integration after separating the variables, what we will get? You will get v as c1, right, some constant c1 into e to the power m1x. So replacing this value in equation 3, okay, what we will get? Let us come to here, that is dy by dx minus m1y is equal to c1 into e to the power m1x, right? So this is a linear equation, right? So how we will solve this? By taking the integrating factor, that is e to the power integration of minus m1x dx, right? That is e to the power minus m1x, correct? So this is the integrating factor for us. Then what we will get? If we will multiply this in this linear equation, you will get y into e to the power minus m1x, which is equal to integration over c1 e to the power m1x, right, into c2 e to the power m1x, right, into e to the power minus m1x dx plus c2, correct? So which is equal to c1 dx, right, that is c1x plus c2, correct? So y will be equal to this e to the power minus m1x. If we come to that side, then what we will get? c1x plus c2 into e to the power m1x, right? So this one we can write c2 plus c1x, right, into e to the power m1x, right? So this will be the general solution for this case, right? So here what happened? We assume only roots are repeating 2 times, right? So if root will appear repeat 3 times, that is m1 equal to m2 equal to m3, let us say, then what will be in that case? Y equal to c1 plus c2x, right, plus c3 x square, right, e to the power m1x plus c4 e to the power m4x, right, up to cn e to the power mnx, okay? Similarly, if it is repeating n times, we can write in this way, right? So now we will take one example and we will find the general solution, okay? So the example is d cube plus 3d square plus 3d plus 1 into y equal to 0, okay? Let us say this is one equation, right? So from here, from this auxiliary equation, okay, what we can calculate the roots? What will be the d in this case? This is d plus 1 whole cube equal to into y equal to 0, right? So the auxiliary equation will be d plus 1 to whole cube equal to 0. So the root will be d equal to minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, right? So the root minus 1 is repeating 3 times, right? So what will be the general solution in this case? That is y equal to c1 plus c2x plus c3 x square, right, into e to the power, what is, minus x, okay? So this is very simple, right? Very small example I have taken to prove that when the roots are repeating, in that case what will be the complementary function and what will be our general solution, right? So now we will see the case number 3, right? That is when the auxiliary equation is having complex roots. So the case 3 is when the auxiliary equation has complex roots, okay? So let us take m1 as alpha plus I beta, okay? Then the second root m2 as alpha minus I beta, okay? Having complex roots, okay? involving imaginary terms, right? So in that case, the part of the complementary function will be equal to how much? Let us take C1 star, okay, into e to the power m1x, right? That is alpha plus I beta into x, okay, plus C2 star, let us take e to the power alpha minus I beta into x, correct? So now if you are taking common, that is e to the power alpha x from both the terms, what we will get? We will get C1 star, right, e to the power I beta x, right? And here this is C2 star e to the power minus I beta x, right? So which is equal to e to the power alpha x C1 star. So this e to the power I beta x, what we can write? That is cos beta x plus I sin beta x, right? From Euler's theorem we know that e to the power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta, right? Similarly, e to the minus I theta is cos theta minus I sin theta, right? These things we know. So we can replace e to the I beta x as this one, right? Now similarly C2 star into, that is cos beta x minus I sin beta x, we can replace, right? So now e to the power alpha x is here, right? So if you are taking cos beta x comma cos beta x, and what we will get? This is C1 star, right, plus C2 star, right? Similarly, if you are taking sin beta x common, then what we will get? C1 star, right? I is there, right? C1 star, right, plus minus I C2 star, right, right? Right? Now this constant we can replace, right? E to the power alpha x cos beta x, okay? Some constant we can write C1, right? So let us take to this side, C1 cos beta x plus, if you replace this constant as C2, then we can write C2 sin beta x. So this will be the general solution in this case, okay? Similarly, if we will say that this complex roots m1 and m2 are repeating 2 times, okay, then in that case what we can write? E to the power alpha x, okay, this is C1 plus C2x, we can write C1 plus C2x, right, into cos beta x plus C3 plus C4x into sin beta x, we can write. Yes or no? So this way we can proceed. So the example is d2y by dx2 plus 4 dy over dx plus 5y equal to 0, okay, and some conditions are there, that is y of 0 equal to 1 and y dash of 0 equal to 0, okay. So in this case what will be the auxiliary equation? That is m square, right, plus 4m plus 5 is equal to 0, right? So if we will find the root, then what we will get? M will be minus 4 plus or minus b square minus 4ac, right? 4 into 5, that is 20, right? 4 into 5 over 2, right? So what we will get? This 2, that will be minus 2 plus or minus, that is minus 4, right? 20 minus 16 is minus 4. So you will get only this 2, it will cancel. So minus 2 plus or minus I, right? So what will be the general solution in this case? That is y will be e to the power minus 2x, right, into c1 cos x plus c2 sin x, right? Now the condition as given, that is initial condition, y of 0 is 1, y dash of 0 is equal to 0. So obviously we have to find what is y dash in this case, right? So if you take the derivative of this, then what we will get? Y dash is equal to e to the power minus 2x, differentiation will be minus 2 e to the power minus 2x into c1 cos x plus c2 sin x, right, plus e to the power minus 2x into c1 minus sin x, right, plus c2 cos x, right? So this will be our y dash of x, right? So if you utilize the first condition, that is y of 0 is equal to 1, then what we will get? This side is, that will be 1 is equal to e to the power 0 is 1, right? c1 into cos 0 is 1, c2 sin of 0 is 0, so 1 is equal to c1, right? By applying this condition, if you will apply y dash of 0 equal to 0, then what we will get? 0 is equal to, this is e to the power 0 is 1, right? So this is 1, that is c1 we are getting here, and from here this is 1, so this is c2, right? Oh, minus 2 is there, right? So minus 2c1, right, plus c2, yes, plus c2. So c1 is 1, right? So you are getting c2 is equal to 2. So applying c1 as 1 and c2 as 2 in this equation, what we are getting? Y is equal to e to the power minus 2x into c1 is 1, right? That is cos x plus 2 sin x. So this is our complementary function, and this is also our general solution. Okay, so this is all about the homogeneous linear equations with constant coefficients, right? So already I have discussed so different of types of auxiliary equations, and how we are finding, how we are able to get the auxiliary equation, right? Everything I explained in detail. Hope you understood. And if you understood up to this, whatever the examples, one example I have taken, if you understood up to this, then you can try more and more problems of this type of differential equations, right? If possible, I will give you in the last of the video one PDF I will attach with equations, with the questions containing this type of homogeneous linear equations with constant coefficients. Hope you will try all these questions, and if you will find any doubt or anything you want to ask, you can comment me in the comment box. Okay students, thank you.